Hey there everyone, Captain John here, and today marks a very historical event because today I'm driving this BTE bus. Well, there's nothing too historical about that, right? I've shown this before. I've shown what BTE is, Bus Test Express. We do the COVID-19 bus stuff, but check this out. Look at that. See that sign right there? It says North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, and that's their state seal. That's that, guys. I am driving cross country in a motor coach. And now, obviously, you know my channel, I drive cross country several times. I've been to all the states, but never in a motor coach. It's been the first time. So I'm inviting you to join me. Recording date of this. It is September 2nd, right? Yes, it's Friday, September 2nd. I'm giving myself 5 days to get across the United States with this big beast. I'm gonna make it to North Carolina, heading to Greenville to our first location. And I'm inviting you to join me on this trip. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Not only is it the first time I drove a motor coach cross country, but this is only the third time in the history of my company, Store Coachways, that one of our coaches has gone cross country to the East Coast. First time we did a tour to New York and back. Second time is when we did the Washington DC motor coach awareness. We're trying to get Congress to help bail out the motor coach industry like they did the trucking industry. And now this time, and I get to be the third person in our company history. And that's a lot. That's saying a lot. 1952 is when we started, so that's a lot. So anyways, we got a lot of driving to do. Got to make it to Arizona today, so let's go.
Arizona.
All right, we made it to our first stop here along famous route US 66. We're here at Ash Fork, Arizona, just outside of Kingman. And here's the Bates Motel. It's dark outside. I'll give you guys a better shot from the outside. But it's a decent little motel, but You know, we're used to staying at Hilton's, right? So this is a little different, but that's part of the adventure. So anyways, we're going to get some rest, and we're going to continue the journey in the morning, and I'll get a shot at the outside for you guys to kind of see where I'm staying here. There were other options, Hilton options. It's just, you know, I have to time my drive just right, and there was just really no option before or after this that worked with my drive time. I mean, I had like 10 minutes left of my drive time just to get to this place, and if I stayed like in Kingsman, for example, then I would not be able to make it to my next stop tomorrow within enough time, which is Amarillo. So really, there was a Hilton in Williams, Arizona, which would have been perfect. It would have been right where I needed it to be, but it's still being built apparently. But Hilton still advertised it on their app as something you can book. And when you go to book it, it's like, oh, no, coming soon. It's not even done being built yet. So we're here at the Canyon's Edge Motel, I think is what it's called. Right near the Grand Canyon, though. We're on our way to Flagstaff, and yeah, tomorrow Amarillo. So stick around. We're going to continue this journey all the way to North Carolina. And good morning. Here we are. This is where we stayed last night at the Canyon's Edge Motel on Route 66. Now, we are not taking Route 66 the whole way to North Carolina. It doesn't go there, actually. I think it goes to Chicago. But we'll be taking 40, which kind of parallels 66 and joins it here and there. But anyways, here we are, day 2. We need to make it to Amarillo, Texas today. So I got a lot of ground to cover today. Probably another 9 to 10 hours. So let's hit it. And we made it to Amarillo. What a difference in hotels from last night and tonight. Big difference. That Bates Motel versus this Hilton property. I'm not going to complain about that other one though. It wasn't a bad hotel. It was just old. This is one of those old Route 66, authentic Route 66 motels. And yeah, I think they've actually updated it to the best of its abilities. But anyways, we made it here to Amarillo, Texas, man. We're making great time. 640 miles today. I think yesterday I did 620 or 630. So we're rock and roll, man. Hammers down. We're doing that speed limit, if you know what I mean. So stopping here for the night. Tomorrow we're gonna head on out again in the morning. Tomorrow I plan to make it as far as the east side of Arkansas. I'm not sure exactly where yet. I'm gonna try to make it at least to Carlisle, Arkansas. So anyways, gonna get some rest. I'll see you guys in the morning. And yeah, we got another long day ahead of us. So, and also gonna notice that starting tomorrow, the scenery is gonna change. We had a lot of pretty desert, a lot of rocky hills and valleys. Tomorrow, it's gonna get a little more green. You'll see. It's gonna get more green, more trees, and a whole different side of the country. Especially when we cross that Mississippi River, which will not be tomorrow. No, that'll be the day after when we get into Tennessee. So tomorrow's the rest of Texas in the Panhandle. It's not too bad. Panhandle, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Call it a day. All right, guys. Good night. See you. And good morning from Love's in Amarillo, Texas, at a fuel stop here. Before we start our morning, got my windshields as clean as I can get them. Putting fuel, should be just about done. Let's see where we're at. I prepaid $400 and we got $400. All right, so we're good. Go ahead and get this all put away. So for those of you that aren't familiar with busing or trucking, we had to put not only diesel fuel, but DEF, which is diesel exhaust fluid. And one thing that the busing and fuel companies did not take into account at these fuel stops is they only installed the DEF pumps on the driver's side, on this side of the truck. The pumps where that truck is, they're on this side. On the passenger side where I am, they only have the fuel, because we get fuel on both sides. We have two tanks. We have two tanks for a total of 192 gallons. So say 200 gallons. So problem is, we can't put DF at the pumps. Like I said, because the pumps are on that side, but our DEF tank is on this side, and we only have one opening for that tank. So we either got to pull in backwards into there, or we have to buy DF from inside in bottles, which is a pain in the butt to put inside.
Arkansas.
Thank you. All right, welcome to, is it Lanoke, Arkansas? Lanoke or Lonke, not sure. But here we are at the Hampton Inn, and you can tell it's my room because it says John, welcome John, on the TV as I walk in. And it's pretty cool on the app, the Hilton app. You can actually open the door through your app. You just say, hey, I'm here, you push the app and the door unlocks. You don't even have to check in at the front desk. But I still do if I go to the gym, because some places the app does not work on that door. But you'd also use your phone as the control for the TV, sometimes the lights and things like that. So pretty cool. So I don't think I'm going to make it to Nick's barbecue. It's a lot further than I thought it was. I thought I was just down the street from it on the map. I guess I just looked at it wrong. So yeah, we're going to have to skip Nick's, unfortunately. That sucks because I was really looking forward to stopping there. Not really sure past Nick's going eastbound on the 40 what else there is out there. I'm not familiar with that part of the country too much. More of just a pass-through type thing. I've never really explored that area. But hey, we're going to get to, because when we get to North Carolina, we're going to be there for a little bit while we get the bus set up and running for that state. And tomorrow, I'm going to do this all over again. But tomorrow we will actually make it to North Carolina, but not all the way to where we need to go, which is Greenville. I probably won't make it as far as the west side of North Carolina, whichever, Asheville, I think. There's a town in there where I looked at a hotel. I'm going to try and book that tonight. So anyways, tomorrow, the rest of Arkansas, we're going to go through the entire state of Tennessee, which would be the most of the day, because Tennessee, from west to east, long-wise, is quite a drive. It's a big state. It's a short state, but it's a very long state, if that makes sense. And the 40 just goes right through it. So we're going to do that. Going to get to cross the Mississippi River tomorrow, probably first thing tomorrow morning, because we're not that far from the border. And yeah, then right into North Carolina. So another long day to add to this video. We're almost there though. Another 618 miles today. The shortest drive yet was today, 618 miles. All right, so basically going to rest now. I'm going to find something to eat here, and that's it. We're going to do it all again tomorrow morning. All right, guys, thanks. See you in the morning.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Alright, we are here at Blue Beacon, getting a shower. Getting all the bugs off our face, getting the wheels nice and shiny. I really like Blue Beacon even when I was a truck driver. Really good staff, very friendly. You got a team of people just scrubbing away on your truck or on your bus in this case. They do a really good job every time. Pretty good price too. I mean, it's not too expensive. I think for this it was only $60. Truck might be a little more, but you know, it's a larger vehicle. Looking good, looking good. Alright, we're blending in with all the truckers over here. We're at this Kinley 95 here in North Carolina. Let's go inside and take a look. Check that out. It kind of reminds me of the Iowa 80, largest truck stop in the world. It's got that kind of vibe. So let's go inside, grab some lunch before we head on down the road and check it out. So just like Iowa 80, pretty much anything you want to buy for a truck, you could build it right here. Check that out. Well, the one on Iowa 80, it spins. I guess this one is, looks like it does spin, it's just not working. Let's see if we can go inside. Like the one in Iowa 80. Iowa 80, you're allowed to actually go inside the truck. So let's see. Doesn't look like it. No. But we could probably get up close to it. Very cool. This is definitely where truckers spend a lot of their money, right in here. Especially the chrome. Got to get the chrome for the truck. If ever I got back into trucking, obviously I would do it as my own business. I wouldn't work for a company again. I would definitely own my own business. But that's what I would like right there. The hood truck. The hood truck. But yeah, they're very expensive. So I probably can't afford that, at least not right away. Very nice. Alright, let's get some food and get on the road. We still have an hour before we get to Greenville, which is our final destination. So let's grab something to eat and hammer down, as a trucker would say. Oh, look at all this cool stuff. Captain, how you doing, Captain? And we made it a whopping 2,900 miles later from California to North Carolina. She's parked right over there, ready for business. I'm here in my room. Yeah, king suite. Not really a suite. It is a king bed though. Oh man, what a long 5 days that was. Almost felt like I was a truck driver again. That I was staying in nice hotels versus sleeping in the back of a truck. So anyways, we made it, guys. I appreciate you coming along with this journey. 5 days. I'm going to try and cram this all into one video. So if this is a 40-minute video, I apologize. I'm sure you fast forwarded through the end, or you stopped watching at some point, or you watched the whole thing if it was interesting enough for you. So I appreciate that. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. All that YouTuber talk, right? Comment, like, subscribe. I try not to say that too much because you get it. If you like what you see here, you'll subscribe. I don't have to say it every time. So yeah, I'm going to be here for a little bit. Now I'm going to get this bus set up. Just to recap, delivered the bus to North Carolina. We're going to hire staff here at some point. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we have more buses that we will bring out and basically do like what we're doing in California, where we are running now on the East Coast. Nationwide is what we really want. We want to do this everywhere. Yeah, it's a great service. If you want to know what Bus Test Express is, I encourage you to go check out our other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, we're on all of them. I try to post as much as I can to those sites. As I get information, I try and upload it there. So you can definitely go check those out. And make sure you follow me over there on Bus Test Express or on my personal social media tabs, which are all linked down below in the description box. So anyways, like I said, we're going to open operations here in North Carolina starting this week. Super excited to be spearheading this. The store family asked me to do it, and it seemed like a really good opportunity for me and my family to be a part of this. Speaking of that, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm only, as far as we know, I'm only the third employee in company history to drive a coach cross country like this. John Hardin has been with the company for over 40 years, and he can't remember anybody else. So I'm part of the three that's ever done. So John Hardin actually did it once. The original Captain John. He's been, like I said, the company for 40 plus years. He 5 or 10 years ago, something like that, he drove from San Francisco to New York City and back on a tour with passengers. It was a 30-day tour. That was a lot. And then Paul Schwartz, he drove the bus from San Francisco, well, technically from Modesto to Washington, D.C. when we were trying to get Congress to help bail out the busing industry. It was about the same time that Congress had bailed out the trucking industry because of the whole COVID country shutting down and all the financial hardship. To this day, there's a lot of bus companies that still have not recovered. There's still a lot of businesses in general that have not recovered from COVID and the impact that it had on the world and on the businesses here in the U.S. So that's what that bus rolling for awareness, that campaign. And now me, driving one of our COVID-19 medical buses out here to North Carolina. So we've gone North Carolina to Washington, D.C. to New York City, which actually isn't too far from here, by the way. I may have to take a side trip up there before I go home. Speaking of that, I'm going to be here for a little bit, getting operations set up. Then I'm going to fly home. So, hey, if you're in the North Carolina Eastern Seaboard area, find the COVID-19 medical bus. Like I said, go to the social media website for Bus Test Express, and there'll be updated information on where it's going to be, what times, and all that good stuff. It's going to be traveling around the state, so it's not going to be one spot all the time. So if you want to come on and get tested, or whatever we're going to do in the future, if we're going to do vaccinations, it's still kind of up in the air. Or if you just want to come see Captain John and see the bus, you're welcome to come and say hi to me. And that's it. Thanks again, guys, as always, for being here. I really appreciate it. And until our next adventure, I'll see you down the road.
The Bus Test Express sends healthcare workers to California communities in need.
Be truly mobile and provide healthcare services to the communities and the rural areas and the regions that need them the most.
Sarah Storer of Storer Coachway says so far, 15 buses have ventured out to 13 counties throughout the state, testing hundreds of people a day for COVID-19, as well as to provide vaccination services.
They'll walk up and then the clinician will hand them their swab and then they'll self-swab.
But this bus's beginnings are far from the purpose it serves now.
It was very difficult for my family to have to lay off employees that, are so dear to us.
Storer says when the pandemic first hit, she and her father were faced with a heartbreaking decision to lay off 400 drivers. Instead, her family had a plan.
My father, Donald Storer, and I, we developed a Bus Test Express to bring mobile testing and vaccinations to the marketplace.
So what does it really take to convert this bus into a mobile clinic? Remove the seats, take out the monitors, and tailor the windows, and there you have it, a mobile clinic.
They set up the site with the stairs.
Sarah hopes her family's business can serve as an example.
We know that this model can be adapted mobile model to the nation.
She adds that unlike pop-up sites, their buses provide clean, controlled, safe roving spaces.
Pop-up tents don't have wheels, they don't have electricity, they don't have Wi-Fi, they don't have restrooms, running water, they don't have storage.
The Store family found a way to save jobs and possibly lives.
It follows the Store model of thinking of the employees.
In Modesto, Kay Reed, KCRA 3 News.
Well, the buses have been deployed from as far south as Los Angeles to parts of the Bay Area.